And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. Glad to have you guys here. Joining me is Grim the Mechanic.
Hello, ladies.
And,
Oh,
and
hi, guys, too.
you have to talk to the man and the women. You have to say both because they're both there. You have to have equal representation when you do your greeting.
Good afternoon.
That's right. And we're here to do the lunch stream where we talk about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and have fun with you guys and knock out what we normally say. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, follow us on, become a Patreon member, Twitch, sponsors on YouTube, yeah, all that stuff. But make sure you get your greeting in. We will say hi to everybody, and we'll do like we always do. We'll do a roster review. We'll take your questions today, and we'll just have fun. And I will suffer through mod depression, where once again I will try to roll a mod, and Moz is being very gracious and having fun with us. Where if I roll a mod and I don't hit, I get money donated to the channel. But if I do hit, then we get a nice mod. So, you know, we'll do that with mod depression. But you guys know, glad to have all you guys here. But yesterday was a bomb being dropped in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. I was busy all day yesterday. I mean, after we got done streaming, I did GAC, which we got cabber. We were uber cabber. Maybe if I had focused on feats more, I could have finished up higher in the ranks, but I'll show it here with our ultra cabber, rank 470.
There was a bomb dropped yesterday.
Top 500.
We learned that Rose Taco quit the game.
Yeah, that sucked. I didn't see that. I didn't get tagged on that. And I thought that was going to be like that was the big thing for yesterday. Well, then CG lost their goddamn minds. And I basically started getting pinged in Discord like a madman, and I was like, what now? And I looked, and I'd already seen Arnold's video at that point because it just happened to be looking at YouTube, and I watched it. I was like, Jesus, and then just ping, 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 and it was just nonstop. So it was funny because Finn's like, you need to do a video about Arnold now, and I stopped and dropped everything and did the video that I did that's on the channel. You can get my thoughts there. I'll share them again here. And then I was up late last night. Cubs pinged me and was ringing on Highness and some other people's like, I want you on here, and so yeah, I jumped on, and I just think it's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. I just can't, you can't, Grim, sometimes you just can't understand stupid. You just can't. You try to break it down, you try to look at it, and you just can't fathom it. Like, there's just some things I can't fathom. Like, I just will never understand that.
No.
It's complete asinine stuff.
With that, the problem is we don't have the full story on why they did what they did.
I do have the full story,
why the system did care. That. Was it an automatic one? Was it a manual one?
It was no.
Did the account already have complaints about it before Arnold acquired it?
No, it doesn't. No. Here's the thing. Did Arnold break TOS? Yeah, he did. First time me and Cubs were trying to think about that we've ever heard of someone being banned for this. That being said, it's a bigger issue, a more systemic problem, right? When you got these cheaters that CG is talking to and debating with, like, what their punishment should be and when it can start and letting them pick everything. These are people that APK hack, guys. You think what Arnold having an account that someone gave him to use is one thing? Okay. Leave that aside.
But the fact that CG shot themselves in the foot with a previous quote unquote cheater accounts.
You'll talk to somebody
earlier,
like that, but the guy that's the
last
biggest
year of
YouTuber,
reinstating
the guy's the biggest YouTuber, and you don't communicate at all. And there's a lot more to it than that. I think the way they treated the Game Changer programs, I think they have lied to the Game Changers. Cubs talked about this, about the threats, the bullying. I mean, CG lives in this fantasy world where they think they can do certain things and get away with it, and I'm not going to let them get away with it anymore. I've been fair to CG here in the last, I'd say, year. Graham, you can confirm this. I've mellowed out a little bit, right? We called them out on some stuff, right? Some stuff that I thought was really dumb, but I didn't rant in about it. And I've said they've had some good stuff that I liked, like the Mando stuff. I'm really glad they brought the Mando stuff in, and I like the characters. And so,
and to be honest, Paul Bracamonte does bring up a good point. It was an alt account that was given to him. I mean, the it sucks that it got banned, but that's why I'm trying to give CG benefit of doubt this time, because he might have inherited.
No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. CG does not get the benefit of the doubt. No, I'm sorry.
But Arnold might have inherited.
This company has been dicking and screwing us and everybody for the longest time. I am sick of CG. I don't have any more doubt or benefit or anything. They don't communicate with us. They treat the community like garbage. The forums are a joke. They don't listen. They don't want to listen. And they think they can just do whatever they want. And they don't think about it. Why? Because you make a ton of money? Well, that can change really quick. You just had 3 of the biggest whales that I've ever seen from Cubs all say they've done spending. And I've never heard them say that. We're talking a person that spent $100K on the game. And if you don't think that's going to have some impact, CG, you're stupid. I mean, just every step of the way, you know, just the dumbest shit. And I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick of CG. I'm sick of them. I play this game for the community. I said it last night. Cubs, everybody here, we do this for you guys. I do this because I enjoy hanging out with you guys and being goofy. And you guys are family. And that's all I do this for. It is not to support that company and anything they have to say or do anymore. Because they have basically showed time and time again that they don't care about you guys. They don't care about me. They don't care about you, Grim. They could give a shit less about us. They don't care. Even if you spend money, they don't care. So why should we care?
I just think we're not getting the full story. And CG, unfortunately, CG's not going to tell us why they banned it, which would be nice if they did, because that would clear up a lot of shit.
The full story is this. Arnold has the account. Now, he sent them an email. He details it out saying, hey, I'm having problems with crystals and stuff like that. Can you look into this? And it was cool about it. Gave him 2 weeks. Arnold's never ever done a video like that before when it comes about CG in terms of like background stuff. And then you see the step-by-step process, and then they responded, oh, by the way, this is the violation term service ban. Like, no talk.
Okay, so yeah, you're right.
You know, it's not like
I hate to say it, but I mean,
like, you did, like, Grim, you and I are pretty smart guys, and you know, this is my thing. Like, nobody over there thought how this would look. Like, they didn't even try to reach out to the guy and say, all right, you know, this is bad. You are breaking TOS. You know, let's talk about it, right? They didn't even do that. They just basically just immediately banned, and you can see the account was banned, and you can see the message that they sent. You know,
well, though, to be honest, he kind of did to himself, doing it with the
self-inflicted, no doubt about that. But it's a bigger systemic thing.
I mean,
and whether you like Arnold or not,
unfortunately, there are all the loopholes there that if CG does,
sure, they can ban me right now.
It's not CG. This is EA, really.
No, this is
EA
CG.
Could say, I'm sorry, there's nothing we could do. You violated the terms. And down there it says,
no, I'm sorry.
Violation of the terms can get your account terminated.
Yeah, but I mean,
I hate to say it.
Eckhart did a video about this. He is a game changer for EA and did a video in an interview with Cubs and talked about his relationship with the actual EA. Not that EA hasn't done some slimy shit in the past. They have. But regardless of whether you like Arnold or not is immaterial. Whether you like his channel or not is immaterial. These are bigger systemic issues that go beyond Arnold. And you know, it's pretty telling that you have basically every YouTuber going and supporting him. Mobile Gamer, Cubs, Heinze, me, Going Nerdy. Everybody you can see just looked at this like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you cannot make this shit up.
And to be honest, it sucks that he got his account banned, and I hate having to side with EA on stuff like this, but it does state it in these rules, and he broke the rules. Hopefully, you know, they can backtrack it and get his account back, because he is a very prominent member of this community. You know, of the Galaxy Heroes community. And, you know, he did use that account to
Sure.
put information
So
out for the community.
So has everybody else. And CG, you know, it's just stupid all around from CG. Just dumb. I mean, whoever their marketing people is over there, whoever their marketing people, they need to be fired. It's just dumb. Like, how do you not think about this and before you take action? It's like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's saying. I've just never seen a company that makes as many dumb decisions as this company does. And I've had enough. You know,
I agree with Ranger.
Whoa.
It doesn't make good capitalism business sense. It doesn't make good marketing sense.
It's a wild run, it appears.
And it doesn't matter whether it's against their terms of service or not. You can't chew gum in Singapore, and apparently you can't have sex with your wife on Tuesdays in Nebraska. Just because they wrote it in the rules doesn't mean it's right.
Well, and Nev does bring up a good point that it's not a permanent ban.
I don't care.
So that's one good thing.
That is a good thing
about it.
But
I mean, if it was a permanent ban, you know, but
yeah, I think I said permanent ban in the video yesterday.
Here's the deal. It's against terms of service, so you don't get a permanent ban, which means they really want the money. So does that mean in 2 weeks or a month he has another problem with his account? They can ban him again for breaking terms of service again?
Yeah. But also
I'm going to tell you right now, that's a dumb rule. Just like it's a dumb rule that you can't have sex in Nebraska on your wife on Tuesday and you can't chew gum in Singapore. I agree,
but everybody is blaming CG for one of EA's terms of service.
I blame Singapore and Nebraska for their dumb
It's all related. Listen, this is hypocrisy.
It was all the lightsabers' fault for killing those younglings.
It's hypocrisy at its fullest. This is the biggest bunch of hypocrisy I've ever seen, where they go about and certain rules apply to certain people and certain rules, don't. When you read that message about the guy, and I think it's the one from, the TI guy, right? About that. I mean, just dumb. This guy is APK hacking, and they're like, first of all, they make this policy zero policy, and then they're not following it. So they'll make rules and exceptions for this guy, but not Arnold. Give me a break, man. It just looks stupid. I mean, they don't follow through on what they say. We have zero tolerance policy for cheaters, except we'll negotiate with them and let them pick when their ban starts, how long the ban's going to be. It's just because the guy was a beta tester and all this stuff. It's just so stupid, If you want to at least make the appearance of being fair, we all know certain people get certain perks and stuff. That's just the way the world works. But if you're going to sit there and do what you do, you can't defend it, man.
Wardy ANZGC Fallen donated $5 Australian. Good morning, RSG and chat. I hope you are all well. So far, we are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just pissed off. I mean, CG has no credibility. They have none. They have burned all their credibility with me and pretty much with the community. With their actions. They don't care, man. They just don't give two shits. And I think it's what they did against Arnold is petty. Again, whether you like Arnold or not is not the issue. It's just the pettiness of it, man. And you can say what you want about Arnold, and maybe you don't like what he does. Maybe you don't like his videos. I'm totally cool with that. I mean, people's tastes are subjective, but you can't argue with the numbers. 150,000 subs. A lot of people kind of like his stuff. And he does put out content for Star Wars. And he just free advertise. I mean, if I had a guy like that, and I think Mobile Gamer said it best yesterday, you don't get to choose with the YouTube world and the way social media works, the person that becomes like the top dogs for your game. You should work with them. And then if you hear all the stuff about the CG and some of the other stuff that they've done, it's nasty, man. They are a nasty company. It's just nasty. I mean, good Lord, just a bunch of buttholes. I'm so glad, Grande, back in the day when we were deciding if we wanted to be game changers, that we chose not to be game changers.
You remember that? We had a big old meeting about it, and I was like, look at this contract. I was like, I would not ever give this contract to one of my customers, and I would never sign this. look what they're saying in here. I'm like, this is crap. And you guys were like, it is crap. And I was like, all right, then we're not doing it. Are we all in agreement? We were all like, yep, fuck them. Excuse my language. And we weren't game changers. Everybody's like, why is RSG not game changers?
We chose not to.
And it was like, because I'm not going to give them paper handcuffs to put on us.
You know, I mean, you just have to. It's just. I mean, I don't have a problem with them. Listen, it's their game. They can ban whoever they want. They have that right. There's no denying that. But if you're, you know, just it's the process, it's the hypocrisy. It's if you're gonna apply the rules, you play the rules across the board as best you can, right? I mean, the fact that they didn't even try to do anything, work out anything with the guy, you know, it's just stupid, man.
Well, and the thing he was mad about, the thing he was concerned about, was that he was paying in money and it wasn't showing up.
I know.
I mean, he's like, hey, I gave you some money and you didn't give me the stuff for what I paid for. Can we figure this out? Not only did they steal from him effectively, right? When someone gives you money and you don't provide a service, that's stealing, right? Whether you did it on purpose or not, it's stealing. So they didn't give him his money back. By the way, you can go to jail for stealing. You can go to jail. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200. Your ass goes to jail. They can go to jail for stealing. Computer fraud.
Not really.
Yeah, it's computer fraud.
They're.
Oh,
there he is.
There's a wild Nev.
Hello.
Nev, what are your thoughts, my friend?
A Nev in his natural habitat.
Oh.
just doing some cleaning. You know that white stone stuff that people like to put in their gardens on paths and as borders. Yeah, I'm cleaning my sister's for her. So my thoughts on this. Well, I mean, I put a couple of things in there. I think too many people are acting like this is a permanent ban. It's not. Thank God it's not a permanent ban. Yes. Thank God it's not a permanent ban. Paul wanted to go live last night with these, so we did, and we had a conversation about it. I mean, things got a little bit heated, but for some strange reason, I've been able to maintain a cool, calm head regarding this issue. It's not a permanent ban. Thank God for that. So I'm really
but it's never a permanent ban with EA CG.
No, exactly. The only time that they said that they would permanently ban people was for cheating in GAC, and we know that they have not done that. Obviously, everybody constantly keeps referring to the Exegol accounts. People keep saying cheaters. Yet we've got one, let's try and be as objective as possible until multiple screenshots and multiple messages from multiple accounts get spread all over the internet for cheating within GAC that have not received permanent bans. Let's keep it to, we have one unverified account that we know cheated during GAC. There have been there have been anecdotal ones, there's anecdotal stories regarding other people. I mean, I was watching a DB stream. We physically watched his opponent cheat while he was live streaming his GAC. But that is anecdotal. Unless we get messages and stuff like that, trust but verify. Okay?
Well, so unless you see it recorded, right. Unless you see a video recording on screen of the guy actually APK hacking, pretty hard to say they're APK hacking without that information.
Yeah, but we can glean a cheat from the GAC records on SWGOH.
We can say this looks incredibly suspicious.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and like I said to Paul last night did say, he has been banned. Everyone's saying that Exegol's back and he's been unbanned. I'm looking at SWGOH.gg and he's been banned, and I'm like, hang on a minute, Paul. No, just you saying that is all we can say is that the account is inactive. A big light was shined on Exegol, a very big light. Sunlight is always the best disinfectant, especially when it comes to cheats. All we know for 100% sure is that he's no longer active in Squad Arena and no longer active in Fleet Arena. And I said, look, screenshot his characters. We'll come back in 2 weeks' time. We'll see if he's upgrading. We'll see if he's actually active on the count, so we can verify ourselves if he is actually active on the count.
There's a huge difference too between being banned and being inactive.
Well,
you make a great.
As far as I understand from the information I've been given and seen, verified, is that this guy is really stupid. After that he got reinstated and then did it again and got banned again because he's a dumbass. But that goes to him being just a stupid potato head. But
this is just cheaters in general, though. They're not
they can get away
there
with
to
it.
have fun. They're there because most of the time they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is there's a bunch of cheaters that only cheat a little bit. We haven't even talked about the dudes who cheat, but the thing is their accounts are so good that you can turn it on and it still looks like, yeah, he might have been able to do that, right? There are people like that, right?
It's just, if you're going to, my biggest thing is just the stupidity of it all, right? Like, CG has demonstrated time and time again that they lack something, and I don't know what it is, and I think it's a failure of leadership and direction and an understanding of how you should communicate. I've seen other games and how the devs, now some do it better than others, but their interaction with the community and the people that do their game. And you watch Eckhart's video, he describes how, the Game Changer program he's involved with EA and other things, and the communication and the relationship that he has, right? And how they handle certain companies handle stuff. I've never seen a company like this when it comes to a game. It's just,
this is not the first time. They banned for a week Bulldog before.
Bulldog. The crazy thing about Bulldog is, like, he got banned. He's perma-banned. He's still perma-banned on his main account, right? But then, this other guy he's the one that brought this initially to the attention that, this person was able to negotiate, like, what the hell, and CG won't respond to any of his emails or anything. See, that's the thing that's really
I sent an email to Eric regarding it. And his response to me was, I was unaware of this. I'll send the necessary people to investigate. And I haven't had a response since that email response from Eric. Eric said they didn't know what was going on and that he would go and find out, but he hasn't got back to me since then.
But the company, the company lacks any integrity. I've known it for a long time. That's why I've ranted on them before. Some of their decisions, not related to this, but other things. I've seen their practices. I've seen some of the things that they've done. And it's just it's a cumulative effect. One thing leads to another thing, this leads to another thing. You just get tired of it. If any other company has been doing a lot of the shit that they were doing, they would have been dead in the water. The only thing that's keeping this game as successful as it has been is it's a Star Wars IP, right?
You're 100% accurate.
And Minato in chat is actually bringing up a good point that if it would have been like one of us or somebody else that doesn't do content for the community, nobody would care.
Well, no, it's not that
and
they would know.
EA would not be lenient with any of them.
It's not that we wouldn't care, because we would
care.
Like, if someone like
we wouldn't know about it. The thing is, Arnold has a platform to explain his side of the situation.
Right. But if anybody of the skewers told me that, I'd come on the stream and rant on their ass for it too.
Yeah,
it's not like I wouldn't pick. It's just a high profile situation where CG made the choice to ban the account, not thinking through on any of this. It just shows me their lack of critical thinking about these things.
And also the way CG handles this ban will be the big thing. If people manage to talk CG into taking the ban away sooner, that could cause problems for CG in the future and the community.
They've already set the precedent. This has nothing to do with what they negotiate or not negotiate with Arnold. They've already showed a lack of following their own terms of services and basically using their terms of services the way they feel is necessary.
It goes back into say I get banned in the future, I could go and be like, can you bring me back? You brought this guy back without.
I know.
Well, you want to set a precedent.
Why was he different? More, you know.
Here's setting a precedent. You ready? We had executive producers of the game tweet, "Hey, why don't you use a third-party modding guy to mod your account?" That's against terms of service.
Yeah, it is.
Again, I'm gonna say the challenge here is that they don't follow their own rules, man. Which means the rule set is screwed up.
Paul,
yeah, but they can selectively apply their
exactly. They select when they select what they want to follow and what they want to think is a big deal right now and later. And the other thing too, I think Ranger said it before. Right hand is not talking to the left hand. So you have somebody who's a real stickler for the rules, who's sitting at home with COVID, and who made a decision sitting in his living room to ban a guy for a week without talking to anybody else because he's still sitting at home, work from home. So he didn't email anybody or talk to anybody. He or she just hit the button that says ban for a week without talking to anyone. That's exactly what happened.
And the reason
it would have happened the same had they had been at the office, because according to how you said, Ranger, is he contacted EA about this and they were like, "Oh, you're using an account that's not yours. You're banned."
Listen, chat. This isn't just drama for drama. Listen, I don't owe Arnold a thing. This is not about just Arnold. This is about this could happen to me. This goes back to
Bulldog. This goes back to. This has happened tons of times. This goes. Do you remember when people on accident were like unlocking Vader the week before Guilds came out and they banned them all? Ranger, you remember this? Like we had guys on accident unlocking Vader. This is back when Vader was OP. This is like April of 2016, and they banned everybody, including the guy who said, "This is how it works. This is why it's a problem. This is why we need to fix it." And a bunch of people are doing this either on accident or on purpose. Like you could do it if you had one device, and let's say a guy played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and then on that same device, let's say he and his son also started another account. Well, the guy on his main account would unlock Vader on accident that way. Just some harmless guy hanging out in his bedroom with his kid, wanting to play the game himself and then wanting to play the game with his kid would accidentally hack this thing. And they banned all those people for a week so they couldn't get in a guild. It was screwy. It was screwy then in 2000. And I don't mean to, I get it. I'm pulling a rock out of my pocket from freaking 4 years ago and throwing it at them. But how they handle things is inappropriate.
It is. And here's the thing too. The bigger issue is it's not about just Arnold. This happened to him, and I think the way they handled it with Arnold, I think is stupid. Don't throw terms of service at me. The rules are the rules. If you're going to follow the rules, you follow the goddamn rules. And if you're going to apply them, you apply them as fairly and equally as we can. We know this is the real world. It doesn't really happen, but at least have the appearance that you're trying, right? And the reason I'm so upset about this is because I would be upset about this as if this was anybody that I knew. It doesn't matter that it's Arnold. I don't know Arnold that well. I don't hardly know him at all. But this could happen to one of you guys. And I guarantee you this. If this happened to one of you skewers, I'd be up in arms about this shit too. I'd be pissed off. Because I think it's just stupid. It goes beyond stupid. Just in so many levels. And I'm just tired of it. And, don't throw terms of service at me, because terms of service is absolute bullshit right now. Yeah, it's their game. They can do what they want. But you didn't think about, like, if you could do something, you didn't think about whether you should have done something. You just went and just did it. No regard about it. No real, they said they found it, banned, here we go. And I'm just like, well, if they could do that to Arnold, man, like how many of the little people are they hosing right now? Does anybody remember when they banned freaking what's his name? Not only Bulldog, but didn't they also ban oh, come on, why can't I think of his freaking name? He used to be a game changer and now he's not anymore. McMole. They banned McMole, remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
that one was uncool.
Yeah, they banned McMole not for doing it, but for showing
Yeah, showing it on YouTube. Yeah, he like posted a video. He posted a response to another guy who was doing something, and he posted it on YouTube, and they banned him on the game.
30 days he got.
Yeah, they banned him in game for something he posted on YouTube that was a response to what someone else did. Again, it's just how can you do that?
Yeah, it's a pattern. This is a longer, bigger issue than just this one.
Absolutely,
incident.
It is.
And as I said, it's a cumulative effect. And I've just had my fill of it. I've had enough. I've absolutely
just to make
enough.
people happy in chat. FIFA.
Yeah, we've talked about FIFA.
The FIFA's not what we're talking about. This is
specific
to this. But
I'm just saying the people that play FIFA have it worse than what we do.
Oh yeah, it could always be worse.
But, I mean,
I'm just saying there's somebody that has it worse than us.
I just want to clarify, people are going off in chat and stuff. I'm not advocating that CG is right in what they did. I don't think it's right in what they did, but I can understand why they did it.
Oh, well, there's no. It's not about the letter of the law. The letter of the law says this, then do it. But then this is the first time I can ever think of that I know of anybody getting a ban for terms for what that was. Me and Cubs were talking about last night. Can you think of anybody? And I was like, I can't think of anybody. And she's, you know of anybody? And we're asking like some people. Like we were literally in a chat with Discord, like asking tons of people. And these are like people in the community that are guild leaders, stuff like I've never had it done, never heard of it.
To be honest, I'm sure there has been people.
There might be.
Happened to. It's just never gotten broadcast out.
The bigger thing is not that Arnold broke TOS. All right. Should the account be could the account be banned? Should have been banned? Sure. From CG's prerogative, they've got the letter of the law on their side. The bigger thing is the hypocrisy and bullshit that they apply with the TOS. In some regards, cheaters can get away with it and get back into the game, which has a more impact on the game than Arnold, the guy that is showing and spending money in that account, real world money.
Again, the reason why he contacted them is because he paid money and did not receive what he paid for.
Right. So he's a guy spending money, right? And so you see it, and instead of thinking about this and just taking a step back and just looking at this and saying, all right, let's talk to the guy. And I'm sure if they had talked to him, said, hey, we got to ban you just for purposes, They didn't even do that. They just banned him, just automatic ban, yet the cheaters can negotiate. It's hypocrisy. The terms of service apply here, and we'll use it when we want to.
They could have had a conversation about it. Absolutely.
But I mean, pretty much, when it comes to content creators, CG hates them, and and there's 100% truth to that. They're not supportive of content creators. They can't stand them because CG's philosophy on content creators is we should be the mouthpiece for that company. And if you don't think it's true, go back and watch what Mobile Gamer and Cubs and some of these other game changers had to say about it. The promises
why do you think Mobile Gamer has 2 channels? Mm-hmm. And he does Marvel Strike Force on one, and on the other one he doesn't. And the reason why he created another channel is that was his solution to the, hey, you get to say what I get to do on this channel. You don't get to say what I get to do on another channel.
It's just a slimy, scuzzy company, just big time. Just nasty, man. Just some nasty, petty shit. I cannot. God, just can't stand this company, man. As I said, I play this game for you guys. You guys are my family and stuff, and we play this game for this. But I'll be goddamn if I'm going to sit on the sidelines and see this shit happening, and repeatedly happening. We're 6 months in, and we still don't have the road ahead. Now I've been patient as hell with them, and I'm usually one of the people that lacks patience. But I've given them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt on this. But they made this big thing about this is going to be 2020 was going to be the year, right? With all this content and stuff. Where the hell is it? We're 6 months in. We're almost at the end.
Weren't we supposed to get some surprise good stuff? Remember that?
I said last night. I said last night. I bet they release the road ahead within the next 24 to 48 hours to deflect away from this Arnold issue.
Yep.
And the thing with the Arnold issue is, at some point they are going to have to communicate with him to say, this is how long your ban is. You will be able to log into that game on this day. We had examples in chat on our show last night. Somebody called Darth Evil came on and said that there was somebody that was joining his guild on the 27th of June. He'd been banned for purchasing black market crystals. He was serving his ban. His ban was going to end on the 27th of June. So we know that when someone gets banned, that CG or EA communicates with them and says, you've been banned for X. You will be released on this day. So they have to do that with Arnold. We just, have to wait.
Yeah. It'll play out. Listen, again, there's bigger issues here at stake with this game. And if the game fails, the game fails. As far as I'm concerned, I'll take all you guys. I'll go do other games with you guys. As I said, I do this because I enjoy hanging out with you. But I don't like this kind of shit happening, and I'm going to stand up to it. You may think that I'm wrong. You may think that, and that's okay. The good thing I love about our community is we can have constructive criticism and disagree and stuff. But you don't have that with CG. Like, I can have we can bring up an issue. Me, Nev, and Grande can talk about it, and then be different sides of it. But we'll be constructive about it, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll try to compromise and see where we are with it and stuff. We don't get that from CG. There's no defending CG in any of their actions. Period. This company is a piece of shit company that really just only cares about one thing about you guys, and that's spending money. And if that's their thing, fine. Companies should be able to make money. But there's more about it. How you treat people, your integrity, these things matter, right? How you treat the people that pay your salary matters to me. The things that you say and do matter, right? And
yes.
And I just, I'm sick of it.
Then I'll make everyone in chat take another shot because I'm going to say FIFA. But I mean, we're in dark times with CG because the new guy that got in hasn't really talked to the community at all, which really sucks. I mean, we got spoiled when Carrie was around talking to us, even though people didn't like her saying stuff. She still talked to the community.
Yeah,
we need them to talk to the community.
I know, it is simple, basic one-on-one stuff, like with social media. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just nuts. They just keep doing stuff, and and I said in the video, like, a lot of times CG does stuff, and I don't even want to deal with it, right? I'm like, CG being CG, right? But then there's sometimes I think they just cross this line that you gotta stand up, man. You just gotta stand up. You just gotta stand up and say what you think and fire back. I'm not one of those people that when I think there's injustice being done, and I think it stems to where it could affect other people that I care about, I'm going to stand up and speak my mind. I understand if you don't agree with me, it's cool. If you agree with me, that's cool too. I take all sides. Sometimes my opinion, I can be changed in my opinion about certain things. But this shit is just stupid, man. It's nonsense. We shouldn't be even talking about this. If CG had just done everything the right way and done things the right way, we wouldn't be in an uproar about it, right? But when it comes out, you got to address it. I mean, there's other things I'd rather be doing than talking about CG's stupid nonsense again. Nev, I know Nev's got better things to be doing with his time. So does Grim. So does Grande. We're supposed to be doing this stuff. So, it's just dumb. And so, okay,
I think it's time to cheer everyone up there, Ranger.
Yes, I agree. So I did want to address this. I mean, it's a big deal in the community. I mean, we had a shit ton of people watching last night. I mean, this is a big issue when it's blowing up. Whichever side of the issue you're on, I respect, right? And I ask that you be respectful. Not everybody agrees.
You're a poopy head, Ranger.
Not everybody agrees. that CG did anything wrong. Be respectful of that, guys. This is about CG. Let's keep it civil between us, right? We may disagree about it, but that's fine. But understand that this is CG issue, not us against each other issue. Don't make it that. I'm not going to tolerate that either. So be respectful. All right. So that being said, let's get in here and do some mod depression. Here we go.
Right. I'm going to get back to
go
my
back
gardening,
to go
guys.
back to doing that yard work. I know what that's all about.
Glad you could hop on, Nev.
Yeah, no worries. Catch you later, guys.
Take care.
All right, Nev. Thanks for popping on. All right, so let's have some fun, guys. How to address it, how to talk about it. I did a video. It's done. I'm sure
we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't discuss it.
It's our job, right? So, but just be respectful, folks. All right. So, tradition here on the channel is that we like to have fun. And one of the things we do is, me being the dumbass idiot that I am, likes to go in and do mod depression. And mod depression is where I try to roll mods on the stream and try to get speed, and it never works out. If you've been watching for a long time, like I've hit a buttload of mods off stream that have hit, but when I try to do it on stream, like it doesn't go good. It's like bad. So we call it mod depression because I always suffer depression. I hit a lot of defense. And so what we're doing today is that we're going to roll a mod. Now the cool thing is, for a mod, is that, Moz is being very kind, and if I miss, she's going to donate to the channel. But if I hit, we're going to keep going and try to do mod depression that way. I did get an arrow, so I'm just going to roll that. This doesn't count. This is not the mod that counts. It's a speed arrow that's gold. I'm taking it up. All right, let's find a nice juicy mod, Grim, for the skewers, so we can see just how awful this is. You gotta love RNG, baby. All right, let's see. I've got a 9 speed. What is this? A 9 speed? 10 speeds. I got 110 speed. We could go for this potency. I don't really like the stats on this. Oh Lord, Grim, we've got a defense sight in on this mod. That is not. Jesus. Oh boy, this is not a good sign, Grim. I've got a 10 speed and a defense showing at the same time. So, oh Christ. All right, let's see if I've got. Okay, I've got more than enough. Let me just get the mats. Here we go, Grim. Let's do it. Oh boy. All right, here we go. All right, so we have defense showing that is not a good sign. It has hit speed, but that's not a good sign. But let's see what happens. All right, here we go. This is the mod that we're using. Here we go. Oh my God, Grim, it hit speed. Well, I'm not getting a donation to the channel, but we have a shot here, folks. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we're at 15 speed. Maybe Moz will feel bad if I don't hit this and still donate, but we're going for the big speed mod here. This could be the third mod out of thousands and thousands and thousands of mods I've rolled that's ever got above 20 speed. All right, here we go, folks. This is for all the potatoes. Oh boy, I'm a little nervous, Grim. I get nervous every time we get to this part. This is where I always get. Boy. Oh boy. All right, here we go.
Here, I'll suffer through mod depression with you,
boy.
Ranger.
Here we go. Here we go. And.
Bum.
It happened again, Grim. I just can't. Jesus.
It was at this time Ranger realized he done effed up. Though, I mean, it's still a 15. It's not horrible.
It's not great. It's potency. Christ.
I mean,
well,
not horrible.
It's not horrible. Could have been worse, but at this point, Graham, I'm tired. I'm tired of that excuse, man. God damn.
Yeah, Minato just donated $2 and says, "Why isn't Finn here? Because he's a slacker."
No, he's not slacking. Finn's schedule's changed, especially with all the COVID stuff and everything that's going on in his line of work. He's busy in the afternoon, so we kind of give Finn a pass. Eventually, his schedule will change and lighten up a little bit for him. Finn's working his ass off, so that's totally fine. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Well, that hurt. I'm not going to lie. That one hurt. That was pretty rough. You know, when you get to that point, I'd just rather not hit at all and not have any hope. I keep giving myself hope, and then I just kill myself by just doing that. God. Just poop, man. Straight poop. Well, that happened. More mod depression for your enjoyment, folks. I hope you got your fill, because that's like 2 or 3 days in a row that we've had a mod like that and been denied. Just awful. I could go do some more mods. I don't feel like it, because after that it's just like, ugh. No. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Let me pull up our roster review today, because that's what we like to do here, is do a roster review for somebody to help them out. And today we're doing Evness. But before I do that, excuse me, the allergies are kicking my ass today, dude. Like, you never wake up, Grim, and then like you're just your nose is congested, your head hurts, and you're like, yep, good old allergies. Great. Oh my God. Hold on a second. I have to, like, guilds wanted me to do something TW. So give me uno momento, por favor. Let me see what they're doing here. All right. Let me do this real quick. Let me post I gotta post my fleet real quick, and then we'll get into the roster view. Hang on there, Evnith. We're coming, buddy. I've got to post my fleet here. Some uber poundage. We do that, and then we'll rock and roll. I apologize. This I just got hit with that. I'm like, oh no, now I've been waiting, and now I have to do it. All right, set, good, done. I've done my duty for king and country. All right, there we go. All right, the roster review. Oh boy, Scoop, we got another one. Zoinks.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
All right. All right, so Evnath, glad to have you here. Glad to be doing your roster review in the Rough Riders. Mount up. I like the way they've got all the little things on top of the letters so that they can get the Rough Riders in there. It's pretty good. Let's see what our buddy wants from our roster review today. And we do these all the time, and we'll discuss how you can get a roster review from RSG here soon. Just a general review and what to work on next. Weak spots, etc. Not currently going for any GLs, by the way. Oh, well, let's see if you are in a position to go for a GL. But I understand it. We are running the Darth Revan team. Looks fine. I like the characters that you've done. Doing pretty solid in arena. It's in the 20 to 50 range. Not too shabby. Doing just fine in fleet. In that he's getting into the top 20. So pretty solid there. So he's got some decent crystal income coming in. He's got a GP of 4.7 million. Very nice. Let's go take a look at his characters and see what he's doing. Let's look at the big heavy hitters.
He's a long ways from getting Supreme Leader Kylo.
Well, we're gonna look at stuff first. Let's see what he needs to work on. So he's got gas. He's working on gas. So that is a priority. So before we do anything, we really want to get. God, he got gas with an Ahsoka Tano that's gear 12. Sir, you are a beast. But yeah, finish up your gas. That's priority number 1. Get that team up and running. Yeah. It's still a great team, and if you're working toward gas, congrats to all the people that got gas this weekend. I know a lot of you were appreciative of the video that Finn did that really helped you out. Again, kudos to Finn for putting that together, because he wanted to make sure no one had to suffer the 15 hours of pain that I went through. So yeah, 501st, get gas going. That makes sense. Let's look at some of your other.
Hey Ranger, did you know I had gas this weekend, man? The broccoli was terrible.
No.
I'm telling you, no. I got gas this weekend real bad.
No. Just no.
The broccoli, man. Just don't do the broccoli.
Well, Evnat says he's 5 stars away from gas. Very nice. And he says he has
Good
all the
job,
gear for relics, and he says that's all the gear for relics 7 for him. Very nice. Well done, Evnat.
Nice, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
So we got that. Where else could he go? I'm just looking at GR. We know Darth Revan squared away. Yeah, GR team's pretty solid. Nothing to see there. We know Separatists are going to be good, but we'll look at them. Sith are pretty solid. Gear 12. I mean, this is 4.7 million. This is a pretty damn good job. Let's look just quick. I want to look at your Sith Empire. I want to see what you got running for speed. Darth Revan is running at 320. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Eventually we want to get into 330, but we'll check your mods overall to see what you got. Basilisk 306. Again, we want to her above 310, but still pretty solid. Not too shabby. So, yeah, spot checking the main characters, you've got them done. So the thing is that I get asked all the time is like, when you've gotten, say, once you get your gas done, should I go for Galactic Legend or should I work on some other stuff? It's really what you think you need to do. Night Sisters look solid. No problems there. I mean, looking at just what I'm seeing here, Evnath, you've got the big stuff done. So the question you want to ask is, if you don't want to work on Galactic Legends immediately, you still have to get gas and the gear. Understandable. I would do that. Is if there's something you want to work on, I did this too. Now, I did get Galactic Gray before I did this, but I did Galactic Gray. But before I started on Kylo, I'm like, I liked the Mando tunes. I thought they were really good. I got those. I worked on some other characters and brought them up to like gear 12 because I wanted to round out some teams. You kind of have that option. If you want to go that route, you can. A lot of your teams are pretty solid. They're gear 12 at least. The main characters that you need, your bounty hunters look pretty solid. You know, I honestly, it's up to, it's your call. If something else you want to work on, I'm just looking for something you can work on. You're working on WAP, but that's a separate issue. Your Separatists are 12 or higher on their gear. They look really solid. What's your GBA? Yeah, let's get you a Notion Brood Alpha Relic in the second Zed on. That would be a good one. Spy would be a good one for Darkside TB and just for GAC. If you wanted to do that before you went for Galactic Legend, I would be totally for that. However, if you are going to go for Galactic Legend, after you work on some teams and round them up and get them squared away, really the Galactic Legend you want to work on. Like, for me, Kylo and Rey are just Kylo and Rey. I mean, there's a debate like who's better and stuff. I really don't care. If you have a Galactic Legend, you're pretty pimped out. So yeah, I mean, it's really what you want to do with your account here. If I'm looking at it, let's look at your resistance, mainly just for the team itself. You've got the standard resistance team that you can do some good damage with. A lot of work to do if you're going to go for Rey. Let's look at First Order. Again, another good team for GAC, just in general sense. A little bit closer on the First Order side. Still need to work on Hux and stuff. So, you know, two teams that you could work on more is round out your resistance or First Order, and just to work on those teams to have them for GAC and stuff, to really solid teams on offense and defense. First Order I usually put on defense, but you can use it for offense. They're a good cleanup team. Resistance, I mean, JTR, BB-8, R2, put two in there. Stick Ray and Finn, or Resistance Trooper and Finn. I mean, you can put anybody you want, and they're a total First Order counter. They're just nasty, especially if you have the mods for it.
Yeah. Well, luckily with both of these Galactic Legends, you do get some really good teams out of going for those Galactic Legends.
Yeah, I mean, I still have like my Galactic Legend Ray, who I can put together with the team, and then I still have
3 days
JTR team that's really good. The same thing for First Order. You know, working on First Order, I'll make a better First Order team, and then I can use that in 5s until I get Supreme Leader Kylo, and then, you know, you know, the one thing I will say is when you go for these teams like 501st and Padme and Chewbacca, is you develop these teams for that you can then use. So it's always good. He says, my passion project is the Imperial Troopers, but they always get pushed. Yeah, if you wanted to, before you go for Galactic Legend, while you're farming up the characters, and I'm totally cool with this, if you wanted to take the Imperial Troopers to 12, they're all there. They're all 11. So you could take them to 12. They're really good. If you see me do my GACs and things of that nature, you see that I use Imperial Troopers all the time. I mean, so go for it, man. I'm totally fine with that. If you want to get GBA and Spy, let's say this is your scenario. GBA and Spy to Relic, right? Just to make getting the Acolyte and better, your team better, and just do better in Darkside TV, cool with it. If you want to get Imperial Troopers up just because it's a team you really want and have fun, yeah, take them to 12. I wouldn't Relic any of them yet, but I would definitely...
Well, at least not until Moff Gideon arrives.
Well, yeah,
so.
we'll see if anything comes. But
and the Imperial Flame Troopers show
I
up.
really enjoy
But,
Imperial Troopers. How many times have we done JC where I'm like, well, that team sucks, and I'm going to use Troopers and just kick the crap out of the team. I mean, the thing about Troopers you have to understand is they're a fun team to play, but they're specific that you're looking for that one bounty hunter team or first order team that doesn't have any speed where you're going to get to go first, and just once the Troopers get going, man, they're nasty. You know, a lot of people that with even higher level Troopers use them against Night Sids. They're just like, oh, that's
Troopers are still one of my favorite teams, even
team
though I mean, I used to play them all the time until I had my roster slapped around by Ranger and the RSG crew. But I mean, if I could do one of the, you know, nothing else matters, just level up the team that you want. Sure. I'd do Imperial Troopers.
You know what? Even if I am going to say that, if you want to work on the Troopers, go for it. You want to take Spy and know some Brood Alpha, at least Brood Alpha, get him to Relic and get that second Zed on him. You know, round out your gas, do that. If you want to work on the Troopers, I'm totally fine with that. Your other teams are good enough and solid enough that you could do that. You still got characters to farm, for whichever Galactic Legend you're going for. So pick one, but you can't really do anything with them until, and I really wouldn't do anything with them until you get the stars on the characters. It's immaterial until you do that. So if you want to go through and round out a few of these characters and teams and work on, say, the Imperial Troopers, you got to play the game and have fun with the teams that you want to play with. So if that's what you want to do, man, then do it. If that's your passion project, what are you waiting for? I'd say do it, man. Go have some fun, dude. I mean, the game is here for you to enjoy it. So if Troopers is what you really want to work on, then do it. The thing is, you'll have to know what the Troopers is. You're going to get that 20 speed from Veers. Yours is a 268, pretty solid. That puts them at 288. Give them a little bit faster. Anything above 270 for Stark, you're right at that mark anyway. But you get them around like 280. Then you can really do some damage with Troopers against a lot of teams. They're really nice, right? And just be smart about it. Yeah, against the trade counter, I'm totally down with that.
Oh yeah. Well, really, and really not nice. To mention, if I get a feeling if they do end up giving us like Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian, there's a real good chance he is going to have Trooper synergy. Because I mean, he had, what was it, 3 squads of Death Troopers?
He had a lot. He
and a legion of Stormtroopers.
And some ATSTs. Yeah, he had some stuff there with him. A little bit of pain.
So, I mean...
So that gives you some ideas of who you can work on and stuff. Enjoy, and yeah, while you're getting ready for Galactic Legend, get these other team characters squared away with their gear. I wouldn't relic the Troopers, but I'd take them to 12. Have some fun with them, man. Absolutely. Get GBA Spy. Yeah, it works. Finish your gas. So there we go. We've got a good idea of like what you can do.
Spy is gonna be amazing under Kylo.
Spy is pretty good. All right, let's look at your mods just as a general sense of like what do we got. I got to say your modding is spot on. Just the spot checks I've done looked really, really good. I didn't see anything. You know what you're doing with your mods. You know what you need to do, and that's fine. Take the one on Shock T up. That's a 21 speed. Needs to go to 6E. That would be the only one that I have a 6E. We are lacking, but again, you're 4.7. For where you're at, 4.7, for the amount of mods you have, it's solid. We definitely just need to go all on speed mods. Got a lot of mods, and I know it's RNG. He's got
some nice mods, man.
Yeah, it's a really good job with your modding. I wouldn't 6E anything that's not 18 or higher speed or has some crazy ridiculous stat on it on the secondary. You know, if you've got like one that hit all protection secondaries and stuff, like yeah. They want you to think about a Grande word of wisdom of the day there, Grande. So yeah, get that ready.
Actually, Grande dropped.
Oh, did he? Oh, no!
Unfortunately.
Well, hopefully he comes back and we get a Grande word of wisdom of the day. Because people like that, I can't stand them, but, you know.
I mean, there's a couple mods that he can slice up to 6E and not really have to worry about those ones. Like the arrow on Kylo and the one on Shock T. Those are pretty nice right there.
Yeah. The rest of these are they're a little bit lower. They're 15, they're 14s. I wouldn't just leave them at 5A. And then just keep working on speed, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you know that you see me suffer through mod depression as much as anybody. You know, you just have to get in there. It's a numbers game. The more you pull, the more you slice. Eventually, you are going to get some more mods that are they're going to get above 20 speed on your speed sets. It's speed sets is what's really what you're lacking. It's not the mods that you're lacking. It's just speed sets. And we need to get you some more speed sets that are in that range. It just helps you be more competitive. You just got to keep doing it. It's nothing fun about it. So, you just have to do it. Pull your speed sets every day, roll them, see if they hit speed, then slice those, see if they hit speed some more. Also, I would recommend for you that you also, any gold 5s that are in the store, I'm pretty sure you know this, but just as a friendly reminder, pull those out of the store and roll those. Most times they're not going to hit dick, but when they hit great. 2 of the mods that I have that are 27 and 26 were from those mods. They hit speed
my
5
first
times
20 plus.
6, and I thought I was going to have a stroke.
Yeah, my first 20 plus mod came from the shop. So,
and then the other mods will come from you just doing the events, things of that nature. So you'll get more health stats and other things that you can work on. The two sets that are the hardest ones to get your hands on is offense and speed. And if you want to mix in some offense during the week where you're pulling some offense mods just to roll those for speed secondaries and things, and you're looking mainly for your ideal mod for offense for me is ideally you look for offense and speed secondary. Protection is always nice, especially for gas. If you can find any offense mods that have decent speed, but mainly offense, and protection, that's a great mod for gas. So if you have those, and again, these are only the mods that we can see. I don't know what you have in your inventory that's not showing that you could may have in the works. It is tedious, Evneth. Trust me, I do it all the time. But you think of it like this, Ev. You do what you do that you don't like, so you can have fun doing things that you do like, right? You put in the work to get your mods better so that when you're doing GAC, TW, and other things, you get the benefit from it. And those are things that you do it for so you can enjoy them more. Nobody really, besides Finn, enjoys mods. Finn's different. I think, it's just the nature of the game. It is tedious. It's a little, you have to pull mods and slice them and keep track of them and all this stuff. It is what it is. But if you just spend a little
special
time
kind of crazy.
Yeah, if you just spend a little bit of time every day working on your mods, you will see dividends from that, which then will make things like GAC and TW and other things more fun. So just do that. Finn, yay mods. Finn, you're supposed to be working. God damn it, Finn. Finn is a little different. Yeah. So, Evnef, we've kind of covered what you wanted us initially, just a general look at stuff. If there's any questions you have, I'm going to open it up to you and let you ask your questions. We do that for anybody that's live in the chat. We open it up to you. While I'm waiting for any questions from Evnath, I'll tell you that RSG, if you would like a roster review, they're free. All you need to do to get a roster review from us is send your GG page with a little bit about what you want us to look at to Finity in our Discord, FINITY. When you do, write a little bit about what you want us to look at, give all the information, give him a day or two to respond. If he doesn't respond right away, then just message him again. When he does respond, he'll let you know that you're in the queue. It's about a week's wait before we get to your roster. But we will set a date and time with you. And once we do, it'll be a date and time that works best for you. Sometimes, real life stuff's going on. If you can be here live, great. We'll give you the Zoom information. You'll know that's in the chat because you'll know the date and time you can interact with. That's why we're doing it. If not, if you can't be live or you can't participate, you'll know what date and time it is so you can go back and watch. And then afterwards, whether you were here or not, you can come back and ask us questions and about anything that we covered to help you out. So there you go. All right, that's how you get a roster review from Reality Skewed Gamers. Don't have to pay a thing. It's free. Just have to be patient and wait. Although, if you do want to get it bumped up sooner rather than later, I forget to mention this all the time, you can become a Patreon sponsor, $10 or more. We will then bump you to the front of the line and get yours done sooner rather than later. But again, that's if you want to do that. We don't charge anything for these, and we're glad to do it. We've done, good Lord, I've lost track of how many of these we've done. Thousands.
It's appreciated, but not required.
So Evneth says Kylo Ray.
It's your call, man. I think he's a little bit closer to Ray than he is to Kylo.
He looks closer to Kylo from what I gathered.
He's got a bunch of Gear 12s in Resistance and only one in First Order. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm looking at stars, because if you look at the star level for, like, say, let's break this down. First of all, Evneth, play the one that you would really like to play. Right?
Exactly.
That's the first and most important thing, because they're both really good and they excel in certain areas. But if we look at First Order, let's see what you got here. The only characters you're missing, let's see. Sith Trooper is almost 7 stars. You'll have to work on Hux and have to work on First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot. So 1, 2, 3 characters. Actually, I'd say 2.5 because Sith Trooper is almost there. We go to Resistance. How many characters do you need to farm there? 1, 2, 3. And the 2 that you don't have is Finn and Poe, which doesn't look like you started. If you do have charge to them, they haven't been applied. Rose is almost done, but it's really which one you want to work at. They're both pretty much, in my opinion, even in arena. Kylo is a monster in raids. He is brutal. The dude is brutal. Great character for raids, and Rey and Kylo wipe each other out in arena.
Well, that's the one thing that I think the Galactic Legends will help for. Yeah, it is a long process if you aren't forking over the cash to do it. But these characters are so good that in the long run, it's worth it.
Yeah. And the thing about Rey, so she sucks in raids. So we love you too, Kazakage Too Easy. We love all our fans. Get out of here. We love all you guys. You're family. We love you. But Rey, her big strength is light side TB, man. She is a monster.
That could be
4. I go 4 for 4 with her on every battle. She's just that good.
That could also be a thing to help you decide on what type of content you do, because they're both excel at their own parts of content. Like
sure.
Ranger said, the Galactic Legend Kylo destroys the raids by himself.
Yeah, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I think, is a more fun. To me, Supreme Leader Kylo is going to be it's just more fun character in general, just to play and do stuff with. Rey is a little bit more tedious in like how you use her abilities and stuff like that. But I think you got to look at like Rey's the defensive specialist and Kylo's that offensive juggernaut. So they're really good. Yeah, Revan,
but yeah, I'd say pick whichever one you like the most and go for it.
What character? For me, the most, and what you think will help you. Like, I don't know where your guild is in line side TB, but if you think that getting more rewards out of heroic Sith raid might be your thing and your forte, go for Kylo. Right, you're gonna get those top spots and get the rewards and stuff. He's still a great character for TW and GAC, and then work on Rey afterwards. Now he says. Being free to play, I'm worried I'll get behind on the next thing if I spend months getting the Galactic Legend. No, so here's the thing about that, Evnath, and I say this to all the time to everybody. Work on what we know is there now. Make a decision later what's to come when it comes. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You're pretty much at the point where you might as well work on these characters because you've got the big heavy hitters out of the way. You've got
you already have General Skywalker.
You've got all those characters and teams squared away. It's just the natural progression that you should work on these anyway. You are free to play, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but it will work. So if I was saying anything, just looking at your roster, I would say you're closer to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I would do him, right? But if you really want to do Rey, I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, do that.
As long as you're going for one of them.
Yeah, as long as you're going for one of them.
Not going for them would be.
It could hurt you in the long run. We don't know for sure. I mean, that's for me to say that that'll hurt you. We don't know, but it at least you're working toward it, right? Just get one done. 28 dark side, 13 light side. Yeah, so I would say Kylo. You help your guild get to those higher star levels because Kylo and dark side TB is. Again, it's Kylo. He's a monster. But if you want to help your guild in line side, again, I did it because my guild is a little bit further along in line side TB. I wanted to contribute more. I went for Rey, and I just thought that that was just where I wanted to go. I wish I could get both, but I'm working on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as we speak. So I'll work on. It's just gear right now. So I'm working on getting up Sith Trooper. I took Hux to 12. I'm working on getting Sith Trooper squared away. So. Yeah. But yeah, it just makes sense, right? Like if you were missing gas or you were missing Darth Revan, I would not tell you to go for Galactic Legend. I would tell you to go back in and get those characters. It makes sense for you to do that. So, but if you have any other questions, we'll give you a chance here to say if you have any other questions. So. we're going to let him open it up real quick and see if he's got any other questions, and then we'll rock and roll. See if there's any other questions. And I'm getting the other questions up in chat while we do a little dramatic pause there. I'm getting Nightbot
See,
open.
Finn Ranger can multitask.
Not really. He says, nope, I'm all good, guys. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Evnath, for letting us look at your roster. Shout out to your guild, the Rough Riders. And you guys, I wish you the best. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Kazakaki says, Ranger, I got a 26 speed mod on the other day. I broke depression. Oh, that's so nice. Good for you, my friend. All right, let's get to some questions from you guys. I'm sure you got a lot. Let's get the game going again. Let me catch up on the game and pull my energy and pull some ships stuff real quick. Let me just do this just to get this done. Give me a Y-Wing. Let's see how many shards of the Y-Wing I get. I can pull 3. See if we get 1.
Oh,
I got 1.
actually,
Like that.
I do have one thing I want to show the viewers that came in the mail yesterday. I was going to do an unboxing, but considering the time that we're
you're on camera
in
now,
right now with COVID and all that stuff, so, had to disinfect everything.
Well, okay, just what did you get? Ah, there it is.
Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of the virtual background because it's making her disappear. Oh, wait, there it is. That arrived in the mail.
Tell everybody what you got.
It is a Funko Pop of Lilith from Borderlands 3.
Very, very nice.
Unfortunately...
Evnath just donated $10 of that good old Canadian money there. Thank you, Evnath, for the donation. Not needed, but very much appreciated, my friend, and you're welcome. All right.
It was one of the anonymous gifts because the message on it didn't say who sent it.
It never does.
But whoever sent it, thank you so much.
Yes.
As soon as I get my room in order, I will put a bookcase up, and it will be there right where everybody can see it.
Very nice. All right, I'm pulling the questions up as we speak. Some of this I'm sure we addressed when we were doing the old discussion we had. All right, let me look here, June 9th. And pull that up. All right, let's go back to some gameplay. I'm just going to go full gameplay. Is there an event today? Let me go look. I didn't even look. What's the event today? It is, it's the Ewoks. Let's go do it. I'm going to use the bounty. Get out of here, nice sisters. We're going bounty hunters, damn it. We got our Grief and we got our Mando. Goddamn, we're going to use them. Grief, Mando, Boss, and the 2 Feds. There we go. All nice and relic and pretty. Go kick some ass. Nothing like the bounty hunters to make you feel better about yourself. All right. Darth Science says, do you think the game is ending based upon the well video cover released this morning? It's not a good sign. I can tell you that.
Sure,
much.
Why not?
Is the game ending? I don't know. I mean, we've heard that a million times. I'll never say the game's ending until it starts to end, because
until we actually get that message in our on the front screen that says the servers are shutting down, the game's not going to be ending.
But when you get that many Krakens pledging not to spend money, that's an ouch.
Yeah,
that's a big ouch.
Well, still, even with the Krakens pledging not to spend money, they're still making a shitload of money.
They'll be fine. But we'll see. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Bill Butler question says, so now that this has happened to Arnold, should CG come out and address this? Also, now how much are you worried about the road ahead? I'm not worried about the road ahead. I'm more curious of what they are going to do with the road ahead and what's going to be in it. Will CG address this? If they were smart, they would, but they never demonstrated that they are smart about it or that they will talk about it. I don't know what CG is going to do. At this point, I don't really care. CG has burned their last bridge with me. CG can kiss my ass. I mean, I'm sick of their stuff. I really am. But we'll see. I mean, if I take a step back and say how I would handle it, I would address it. I would address it and discuss it and things of that nature. I address a lot of these issues, but they're not. They always keep quiet. And that's the biggest thing, is if there's an issue going on, especially with your game and the community, you might want to get in front of it and address it. Whether people like your response or not, at least you're addressing and communicating something. I only got 2 Zetas. That sucks. But they don't even do that, the basics of it. So, good Lord. Bill Butler against this question. This is why CG will never improve the rewards if GAC cheating. At least when it happens in the arena, the shark check and chain attack the cheater, and GAC it's only you. Thoughts? I don't know. again, I don't know. I don't know. It numbs the mind, but Darsign 1972 question: CG throws toss at us, yet we never electronically initiate anything when we started the game. Does anyone know if it's legal for them to ban for TOS we never acknowledged or had a chance to read? That's a good question. I think that if you play the game, like, I give an example. Well, I had to do this like when I started playing City of Heroes and Villains again. There is terms of service, an agreement you have to sign in the beginning, that are listed there. I don't know, when you initially sign, I'm trying to remember where you would see that. I think when you first download the game, correct me if I'm wrong here, Grandma.
Well, when you create an account, they make you sign the EULA and the terms of service. They make you agree to it, but when you first log into the game. Yeah,
so it's their game. Listen, it's their game. Whether you like the terms of service or not, it's their game. So that's just the way it works. David Bond, I feel like it's Jeopardy question that the clue is highest paid for doing nothing. I'm not sure what you mean, Dave Bond, but I'm out of context here. Revenue question: has anyone else ever been on a stream while any member of the stream logs into another player's account, worried about being banned? CG could apply the same toss as they did with McMull. I'm sure they have. I'm trying to think if I ever. I'm sure I have. So they could ban me, I guess. So if I get banned, you guys know why. They go back and look and like, oh, Ranger did get the ban.
I don't know if it could happen to me because I've been on when you've looked at other people's accounts.
That's true. I could,
and if they are like, "Oh, you're banned," it's like, "Oh, well, okay." Looks like I'm going to be playing more Borderlands 3.
Yeah, that is what it is. I don't care. Yeah.
I mean, like Ranger stated back when we first started talking about this whole Arnold thing, is like, for me, the thing that's keeping me around and playing the game is the community and Star Wars. But I mean, like, if the community was still there, I'd be playing anything, not just Star Wars. So,
all right. Oh yeah, we'll play other games. This game goes to hell. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Scares. We got all kinds of stuff we'll do with you. Let's see. Moss makes this question: I'm an unenthusiastic owner of Gear 13 Vet Smugglers. Are the Zetas worth it? I don't really know enough about the vets to give you that kind of information, Mike. You know who you should check out is Grid. Grid, is it Grid? Yeah.
Dan?
Who's the one that is the scoundrel expert? I think it's Grid, right? Check out Grid's stuff about that. He's big on that kind of stuff and has teams and videos that you can go check out. So yeah, I would do that. I don't know. From what I've been told, yes, they can be pretty solid. The Chewy especially. So yeah, go look at that and get you some ideas for some schedule teams. Revenue question: can we get Grande? Oh, okay, we already said that. Yeah, we were, but Grande disappeared. Bataranga, when does Revenue get a roster view? I mean, I would
all
love
he has
to,
to
but
do is apply, really.
He could apply, but the thing is, he always tricks me and does stuff and messes with me because he's never straight. So yeah, I mean, I'd be more than glad to do one for Revenator, but then Revenator messes around with me, and
Oh,
although I gotta say he's been very good about the Eternal Twin stuff lately. I will put this into consideration. If Revenator agrees to be cool, then I would do a roster review. But I've been burned too many times by Revenator.
Sorry about that, guys. It's Clash DOE that's the scoundrel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Clash DOE. Thank you.
Clash.
It's not Grid. It's Clash. Clash. I couldn't remember who it was, Grid or Clash.
Yeah.
So it is Clash. So yeah, go to Clash. Clash is the one that really knows that stuff, and you'll get some good information about them. Yeah, save every one of us. All right. Let's see. Next question. Let's do here. Let me look here real quick. Bataranga question: does Ranger J love Revenator too? Yes, I do. Yuta question: since I have gas Zetas on the clones, do I do everyone? Both in 5. I did all the Zetas on all the 501st team. They're all really good. The priority is like, I think, let me think. Gas, all his. You have to have all his. Then I think I did Rex unique, Vines unique. I can't remember. I know Echo.
I think Rex's was the one that you want next because that's that cooldown.
Yeah, Echo and Arc were the last two I did. I know Gas is the first ones, but if you're just starting from scratch, now I had already done like the clones before then, so I did 5s and Rex, and then did Echo and Arc, and then when Gas came along, I had 4 was waiting for him, and I put 4 on, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I know I had 3. I had to wait for 1 more before I could get him to 4. But then again, he was only gear 5, so it wasn't like a big rush for me to be like, "Oh my god, I gotta get these done, like right now, or my character will suck." Let's see here. Badrongo question: Ranger, will you ask if anyone wants to play SWGOH with Yuta and I? Our guild is looking for a few more skewers. Sure, if you want to come join a good group, go hit up Badrongo and Yuta, and you come play Star Wars Galaxy with them. RSG Vormax, can you guys tell me if I should go for Ray or Supreme Leader Kylo? Thanks, good vibes. So let me do this real quick. Let's go look at who Vormax should go for first. Again, Vormax, pick the character you like more. We just broke down everything that you should be looking at. We just had this conversation like what you should consider for that. But if you're just looking like you're close on both characters and you just can't decide who, let's look real quick. Okay, let's look at First Order first.
Missing stars on First Order Executioner.
About Sith Troopers done. Hux is about to be 7 stars, so they're pretty close on First Order. And then Resistance. You're much closer for Supreme Leader Kylo.
Yeah.
Way closer for Supreme Leader Kylo.
Actually,
I'd get Kylo. Go get Kylo.
Yeah. What's his EP at here real quick and his finalizer? EP is 12, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty good. I'd say, yeah, it's Kylo. There you go, Vormax, we helped you. Kylo, go get Kylo.
Oh, he's got a 5-star finalizer.
Go
so yeah, he's
get
closer
that
to Kylo.
Kylo Ren, god dang it. All right, Revenator question. What do you think about the new Star Wars game from EA coming out today? There's supposed to be an announcement.
Wait, there's a new game coming out today?
Some kind of, from what I've been told, I don't know if this is true or not. So again, this is from what I've been told. It is a virtual flight simulator, like you can be in an X-Wing or a TIE fighter pilot or something like that, and then go do battles and
one
stuff.
of the VR games.
Yeah, I'm interested to check it out. I don't know if someone said that it got pushed back, the announcement. I don't know what's going on, but when it gets announced, we'll look at it. And I'm all about that, man. We'll get all the skewers together, form Ranger J squad. All Ranger J pilots check in.
If I had an Oculus Rift,
we're going to go in. We're going to go in full throttle. That'll keep those god dang TIE pilots off our ass.
No problem, Vormax.
That's what we do.
And I think you'll be happy with Supreme Leader
I
Kylo.
think you will be too. All right, let's see if there's any more questions. Then I'm going to wrap this up because I've got other things to do, and that's okay. We got things to do. Let's see. Question: what improvements, if any, would you make to GAC? For me, being a Division 1, the feats are a waste and mostly unachievable. They really are, Darsion. I mean, I do them once in a while. Feats. So when it comes to feats, depending on the match, if I can pull some stuff off, I will. Some of them are just unrealistic, like you said. They're just not achievable. I mean, you're not,
and not to mention the rewards for them.
Yeah, they're really small. I will go for it just for fun. If I'm in a position, say, like in this last 3v3 where I'm going to win, we can kind of go for certain stuff. I did it, right? But it wasn't my primary focus. I don't sit there and go, oh my God, I've got to figure a way to use Hoth, Soldier, and Leia, and this team. Oh my God. I don't think about that.
Yeah.
The feats
I
that I
changed.
The feats I do, before you say something, the feats I do concentrate on are like the ones that are pretty achievable, like getting your first victory and the zone one and things of that nature. You can get those, but these other ones, sometimes they're cool and you can get them, and sometimes you're like, huh? What? No. Go ahead, girl.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd make them give better rewards for the feats. Make them to where people actually want to achieve them, rather than like, yay, it's a little picture that you can hardly see on your phone. You know,
sure. I mean, you
give us some crystals, or maybe give us some shards or some materials with
Sure.
them, stuff like that.
I'm not opposed to that, but
Because then I would go out of my way and do the feats rather than be like, oh yay, feats.
So yeah, they could change it up a little bit. I think they're not in touch with their game when they put some characters and stuff like do something with these. Why would I want to use that? Go for that feat when I'm with characters that I hardly would ever want to use anyway. I mean, good lord, this sucks.
Yes, Formax, you are a princess.
You are a princess, Formax, and you did lose a bet, so there you go. All right, we're going to call this one done. So, no, we had a lot going on, had a lot to discuss, but we did get to all the questions. We did suffer through mod depression. Man, that was really brutal. Every time I get a mod like that, I get hopeful, Graham, and it just never goes well. Someday we'll get another mod that we will hit that will be above 20 speed. It'll happen, just not today. But we'll keep trying. That's all we can do. That's all we can do is try, Graham. That's all we can do. But with that, we're going to call this one done. So, on behalf of myself and everybody here, look out for one another. Before you guys go, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you keep your social distancing. Wear your mask. Wear your gloves. Coronavirus is still out there, guys. Let's look out for one another. We're going to keep all the skewers around so you guys can be here with us and participate and have fun and stuff. Shadowville, you can have a roster whenever you damn well. Message Finn. God damn it, Shadowville. You already know that.
Oh, that's a good question that he asked there, though.
What's that? Which of the Mando Zetas?
Which of the Mando Zetas to do first?
Let me look. I kind of remember which one I did first. Let me pull up my Mando.
Formax.
I think I did his unique first. I didn't do his leader. Yeah, it's his unique. You can do his leader later.
Get that turn meter rocking and rolling.
Do that one. Do that. That's what I did. All right, but then I had a lot of Zetas. So, but that would be the first one I would do. All right, so everyone have a great rest of your day. They'll be doing Don't Starve together tonight, so make sure you do that. Guys, make sure you're following directions. Good luck in your TWs. And I hope you guys get lots of rewards and things of that nature. So good luck, and we will see you later on. Peace out.
May the Force be with you always.